The marks humans leave are too often scars. As he read, I fell in love the way you fall asleep, slowly, and then all at once. You can love someone so much, but you can never love people as much as you can miss them. Sometimes you read a book, and it fills you with this weird evangelical zeal, and you become convinced that the shattered world will never be put back together unless and until all living humans read the book. You don't get to choose if you get hurt in this world, but you do have some say in who hurts you. I like my choices. Some infinities are bigger than other infinities. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Books are the ultimate dumpies. Put them down, and they'll wait for you forever. Pay attention to them, and they always love you back. Thomas Edison's last words were, "It's very beautiful over there." I don't know where there is, but I believe it's somewhere, and I hope it's beautiful. Oh, I wouldn't mind, Hazel Grace. It would be a privilege to have my heart broken by you. So I walked back to my room and collapsed on the bottom bunk, thinking that if people were rain, I was drizzle, and she was a hurricane. What is the point of being alive if you don't at least try to do something remarkable? The world is not a wish-granting factory. What a treacherous thing to believe that a person is more than a person. Maybe our favorite quotations say more about us than about the stories and people we're quoting. Imagining the future is a kind of nostalgia. You spend your whole life stuck in the labyrinth, thinking about how you'll escape it one day, and how awesome it will be, and imagining that future keeps you going, but you never do it. You just use the future to escape the present. Grief does not change you, Hazel. It reveals you. It is so hard to leave, until you leave, and then it is the easiest goddamn thing in the world. That's always seemed so ridiculous to me, that people want to be around someone because they're pretty. It's like picking your breakfast cereals based on color instead of taste. I'm not saying that everything is survivable, just that everything except the last thing is. Without pain, how could we know joy? This is an old argument in the field of thinking about suffering, and its stupidity and lack of sophistication could be plumbed for centuries, but suffice it to say that the existence of broccoli does not, in any way, affect the taste of chocolate. Some tourists think Amsterdam is a city of sin, but in truth it is a city of freedom. And in freedom, most people find sin. The town was paper, but the memories were not. They love their hair because they're not smart enough to love something more interesting. It's a metaphor. See, you put the killing thing right between your teeth, but you don't give it the power to do its killing. I may die young, but at least I'll die smart. Maybe okay will be our always. It always shocked me when I realized that I wasn't the only person in the world who thought and felt such strange and awful things. What you must understand about me is that I'm a deeply unhappy person. Some people have lives. Some people have music. If you don't imagine, nothing ever happens at all. That's part of what I like about the book in some ways. It portrays death truthfully. You die in the middle of your life, in the middle of a sentence. I'm on a roller coaster that only goes up, my friend. Maybe there's something you're afraid to say, or someone you're afraid to love, or somewhere you're afraid to go. It's going to hurt. It's gonna hurt because it matters. Because you are beautiful. I enjoy looking at beautiful people, and I decided a while ago not to deny myself the simpler pleasures of existence. At some point, you just pull off the Band-Aid, and it hurts, but then it's over, and you're relieved. You don't remember what happened. What you remember becomes what happened. Sometimes you read a book and it fills you with this weird evangelical zeal, and you become convinced that the shattered world will never be put back together unless and until all living humans read the book. And then there are books like An Imperial Affliction, which you can't tell people about, books so special and rare and yours that advertising your affection feels like betrayal. When I look at my room, I see a girl who loves books. You gave me a forever within the numbered days, and I'm grateful. I didn't need you, you idiot. I picked you, and then you picked me back. You like someone who can't like you back, because unrequited love can be survived in a way that once requited love cannot. Talking to a drunk person was like talking to an extremely happy, severely brain-damaged 3-year-old. And then something invisible snapped inside her, and that which had come together commenced to fall apart. The pleasure of remembering had been taken from me, because there was no longer anyone to remember with. It felt like losing your co-remembered meant losing the memory itself, as if the things we'd done were less real and important than they had been hours before. Sometimes you lose a battle, but mischief always wins the war. It is easy to forget how full the world is of people, full to bursting, and each of them imaginable, and consistently misimagined.